TV Canada and what's happening now in my life here in Vancouver, British Columbia. Welcome to the I Am Just Jen YouTube channel. I am your host, Jen, the writer of You've Got Mail 2, Supergirl Trilogy 2, 3, and 4, the Smallville Reunion movie, Book 1 and 2, and much, much more. Oh, also remember to check out my new security company website at www.ispysecurityandinvestigations.com. I offer stuff there that no one else does. That's new service, making things easier and more convenient for people all over Canada, all the provinces, including the three territories, and hopefully this will expand to other places. I also have lots of other good secret I Spy stuff to help people with things they need deterred, like property issues and suspicious activities that you can't quite nail down. So if you want somebody that can help you with that, get in touch with me. So moving forward, this morning is about coffee breaks. I decided to bring you all along on a tour of how my mornings go, depending on how much time I have or what the plan is and what my needs are. In Vancouver, or I guess some other places as well, I guess this new thing is trending. There are coffee protein drinks, and I thought, oh, wow, yeah, that's a good idea. So to back up here, I've had gastric bypass twice. I had VSG the first time, tons of complications. There was problems. I lost a lot of weight, and then COVID hit. I had no access to all the routines of the different classes I was taking, and I was taking a lot to stay fit and active. And then it shut everybody down, and all I could do was go to work because I have security. I am a frontline worker, so I could still go out and do whatever I needed. And I gained back a bunch of weight, and then the health problems that was caused by the surgery being done wrong led to me needing to have it again. So with the smaller new size stomach I am just now over a year in, I have realized I need to change everything to make sure that this surgery stays a success. And one of those things was to pick up the habit of the protein coffee shakes. So here we go. Since I was already an expert on the low carbs and protein stuff, I wanted to share with everybody, connecting my trip yesterday to the Quest store. Oh, by the way, this is another one of my fave coffee cups. This is my cat mug, which comes from a cat cafe, Cecilia. We have cat cafes in some places. I think there are still surviving cat cafes where there's actual real cats at the cafe shop. I think you can hold and pet some of them. And then some are just like in their little beautiful cat viewing stations that are really big and comfortable. And then you can just look and go, oh, cute cat. So I had to, couldn't resist, get a cat cup. Now I have other cool mugs I'll show, but today is about the coffee break. So I do have a coffee machine, and I do use it when I have guests over, and I do use it when I feel like having a beautiful cup of a very special percolated coffee brand, or whatever it is I choose to buy. And as a plug for a company that is not paying me, but whose coffee I do still love. Hang on, let me get it out. One of those special coffees I like to make now and again is a brand called Montana. So this one is a house blend. This is what you would use in a restaurant. This is what I'd use in one of my restaurants, dollar restaurants, cafes, slow eating restaurants. Premium ground coffee. Oh boy, I can't tell you how beautiful this stuff smells when you open it up and when it's percolating. So if you want to know more about them, you can go Cafe Exotica at hotmail.com, Montreal, Quebec. My other life, when I'm not on this side, is over there in Gatineau, Quebec. And I get this from a corner store guy that I've built a pretty good rapport with. But often, I don't do too much with the big percolator because I have the big one. And I'm not the best. Like, coffee is not my thing. I'm not a barista. Like, it would be dangerous to even hire me as a server. I can plan a buffet. I can make great food. I'm not so good at the decoration of the icing, even though it would taste good. It may not look so decadent. But then I don't like the stuff that looks decadent, but then has no flavor at all, tastes like cardboard. So there's an issue there. So that's why I want to go to Europe and get away from it and go back to roots. where people are still very good at the high quality stuff. So with the coffee, you have all kinds of options depending on your taste bud. So this one, when you add in proteins, you can get your veggie greens. We're supposed to get 7 to 10 servings a day, which is nearly impossible if you're not Oriental already by nature and you eat all that raw fish and foodie stuff. We have to do it in other ways. So this is pineapple and coconut. Now, I've never actually tried this stuff, Progressive, in my coffee itself. I much prefer to have the sweet stuff. The reason I love to do this, the Vega protein, you get this almost everywhere, the Walmart, the Superstore, the Costco, is because the flavor, caramel toffee, makes up for not having lots of real sugar. Reducing real sugar in your coffee, which is healthy for you to have less of, since you're already going to eat stuff with a certain amount in a day. And this stuff gives you 15 grams of protein. And if you don't have a certain required amount the doctor says you need to have, that's a pretty good amount of protein to have. And if you did that twice a day, you're rocking. And they have different flavors from this brand. Now, I'm bringing this up because the store I went to yesterday, the Quest nonprofit store, is where I got this at a reduced rate from its full price. Now, up in Svalbard in Norway, the full price would still be a huge discount for you guys based on the change into the Canadian dollar value. So you'd still be very happy. But most of these bottles of the other flavors that I use also when I just want coffee, with or without the proteins, I just use these to flavor up my coffee with. I love hazelnut coffee. And of course, I've already said it, the caramel. And like you, when you're craving that Thanksgiving seasonal, what do you call it? Polar Nights. You've got all the holiday flavors. So I love butter rum. This bottle is empty. I need to refill. And the gingerbread. I still have lots of that because I haven't used my big machine to make gingerbread cookies or anything else gingerbreadish, cream cheeses. I don't use it often because there's only some things I need to use it for, but I still have lots of the gingerbread for holiday coming up. Now, all of these bottles, I think I had more still even. I got them at the Quest store, the nonprofit store. This was at the nonprofit store. I think this was even at the nonprofit store. And these things are very expensive. If anybody knows anything about this brand, they know that it's a high-end brand. Lots of really good cooks and chefs use this brand. And I got it $6 bottle. I had to pay more, I think. This one was on sale at a different store, which I bought because I wasn't going to see it again based on the fact that it was on sale. But overall, just buying these bottles at full prices at regular stores would still set you back. Like people up north wanting more fruit. Like fruit is like a rare treat because you're paying like $12 for a container size that I only pay, $2 for. Anyways, at the Costco, they have another big jug of stuff. It's peanut butter powder for peanut butter lovers. We actually need about 2 tablespoons of peanut butter per day. It's actually been proven how much peanut butter our bodies need. Now, based on the price of peanut butter and heaviness of peanut butter and transporting peanut butter, it's not probable that most of us are going to get enough peanut butter. But here's the peanut butter or PB Fit powder I like to use. This one is 4 grams of protein. Now, today, I did put some of the peanut butter in here because my poor little peanut butter jar is gone. And I need my peanut butter. I'm like hangry. I get the grouchies if I don't have my daily intake of peanut butter. I've been doing peanut butter and toast, and peanut butter just is a routine in my life. My stepdad had peanut butter for breakfast, and he had it as a late night snack at night. If he ran out of peanut butter in the morning and it was the first one up, he'd go bike riding as soon as the store was open, and he'd go get big containers of peanut butter. At any rate, for me to take trips somewhere, I have to make sure there's brands of peanut butter that I will enjoy, that I can eat, or bring lots of peanuts or have access to tons of peanuts and make my own. Either way, it tastes pretty good with your coffee. The other thing also I get from, this I also got from the Quest store. But it's also available at other stores that sell the large portions of food. It's a Medallion Milk Company. It's been around a while, and it's not like the Carnation milk. And this is awesome. You mix it with water, and you taste, you think it's chocolate milk. And so it's good for camping, and it's good for places where getting real cow milk is kind of difficult to do, expensive or not optional. And if you get tired of the almond stuff, coconut stuff, this is a nice switch. And you can throw that into your coffee as well if you don't have that creamer replacement stuff or the powdered lightener. And that same brand, I got a big huge bag of it in whole milk. And when I say whole milk, like, it is literally 3.25%. So if you can't handle whole milk flavor, and I wasn't raised on whole milk myself, I'm a 1 to 2% girl, you just water it down and you just use less of it. And I don't know how long this bag's gonna last me. But you can use it as alternatives when you're cooking food. If you want to get more of that European and British quality flavor in your things like custard that's going to get eaten right away, you use the powdered milk and it'll taste amazing without the expense of cow milk in your recipe, along with other foods. Mostly when you're using the powdered milks, I do recommend people eat it within 24 hours. So unless you have a taste bud for sharp flavors after that day, and some do, being so European and traditional in English quality of foods like cheeses and stuff, I would recommend you don't have that left over for very long. Just eat it up. Make sure you have enough people to serve it to. So as you can see, there's lots of options for what you can do to spruce up your coffee, and also to help with blood sugar levels. You know, may not have enough to cure diabetes, but having some cinnamon in your coffee does help balance you. It's one of those superfoods we should have regularly in our lives, but putting that in your coffee as well, not just give it a nice little flavor, it also helps with you choosing to enjoy sugar, real sugar, in your coffee, and balancing your blood sugar so you can enjoy your coffee without worrying about your blood sugar, because it's probably going to be fine now that you have some cinnamon in there. So that's how I deal with my coffee break routines. I do use instant coffees, and that's one of the reasons I add all the flavor in, because that stuff makes up for the fact that sometimes it's the cheapest stuff you can find on the shelves in the dollar stores here in Canada. But if you make it right, you can still make it taste good enough that you don't have to cry over not being able to have a $10 fix at the high-end coffee shops with, you know, one of those delectable morning muffins or other things we like to eat instead of having hearty breakfasts. And that is the other reason for the protein coffee breaks, is that it helps reduce the hunger in your stomach and the portion sizes of the food you're eating. So you don't have to be in such a panic, and you don't have to be in such a rush on when you have to eat something. And it reduces how much you need to eat. And also helps with the protein balance intake, because many of us do like to eat meat, and it's not realistic that we're going to have AAA steaks every day or whole chickens every day and eat like that 3 times a day. So we got to make up for it in other enjoyable ways, and our coffee breaks is one of those ways. So that's one of the other things. As for, I'm going to end here. As for my coffee mugs, my stepfather passed away some years back, and he was Métis, French and English, from Manitoba. And so this is the mustache coffee mug. I love using it because when I use it, I'm thinking of him. Actually giggling, I'm thinking of him going, I didn't know you drink coffee. You drink coffee? Because I was raised in a very religious environment, Christian-wise. I was born a Jehovah's Witness, and I still believe in Jehovah God and all the fundamental things he's taught me, but I've also expanded and grown up and become a minister, teaching and learned scripture myself well enough to have moved on to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which I love being a part of. I am a baptized member, very heartily practiced, and this reminds me to stay strong, be a feminist, be assertive, be who you are, and know that you have rights as a woman in the world today. And the joke of him going, I didn't know that, don't drink too much of it, which I don't, by the way. our bodies need a minimum of about 2 cups a day, and then we should have some tea in between. So when I drink from this, I'm thinking of him. And I was thinking of Cecilia drinking from this when Christopher drinks from a coffee cup that I'd like him to get. I will show everybody that I have this coffee cup. I don't have a person to give mine to. I wanted to use it in a movie with Tom Welling as Charlie Baker in The Baker's Dozen, but when I saw it in a joke store, a gift shop, I could not go in and get it, so I did go get it. I don't know if there's any more in that store, but it's called the Breast Mug. Breast Mug Ever by Voices. It's very funny. It's very intimate, and I think as a partner, when you love somebody, it's very cute thing to do for your partner. The reason there's a story behind this, for this breast mug, the Aboriginal people, First Nations people, Indigenous people, they had traditional ways of how they would shop, pick out who their partners would be to be a part of their tribes and stuff. And a woman's upper, chest, like that beauty, that shape, size, everything, that would be a way a man could Google and think about, oh, does that suit me? Is that for me? Is that mine? Does that work, right? And women would look at a man's body, and they were barely ever dressed because it was so hot back then. It was too hot to wear much clothes. They would die in the first place. So that's how they would shop, via body parts, not just via the soul of what a person is worth when you look at them. I'm still holding out that I might find my Mr. Breast Mug. And the idea of that person finding another friend who's got a girlfriend who loves her partner enough to have one too, and then they're sitting there going, gosh, we are like the two luckiest guys on the face of the earth because we can both drink milk together, because of the fact that you shouldn't drink too much coffee, but you should still be allowed to enjoy coffee mugs. You can have hot chocolate and all kinds of other stuff in it. So then I have a cherished Montreal coffee mug. Ta-da! I need to go back. Ice skating there can be so much fun. The temperature for ice skating is wonderful in Montreal, and there's some pretty good places to warm up and ice rinks that you can enjoy because of it. This is pyro. This is like Egyptian. I don't know. It's just in my collection of stuff because, like Cecilia, it's just weird, right? It's just one of those unique things that's like just caught my eye, and I just could not have it. No, I can't read any kind of secret symbols and what it may or may not mean. Island heritage, ancient tapa. Okay, so it's like made in China, nothing major. Okay, so for my big thinking cup, this is what I wanted to get Cecilia and Christopher. I want you guys to have a squad cup for my Charlie Brown, so we could be like a squad and do our think tank stuff together. This is the supersized mug. Like, it's a huge coffee mug. For those big moments of coffee, not the medium or the smaller moments of coffee, but the big moments when we're going to be sitting in front of computers or sitting and thinking about what the plan is for what we're doing. So we could be like that squad. I have a Charlie Brown movie I need to finish. And if we're drinking from the squad cups, listening to Charlie Brown music and watching old episodes of cartoons, we could squad together and helping to finish that story. That's one of the reasons I need some time off in Polar Nights. Now, as the holidays come closer, I also have some special Santa mugs, big tall ones. Families are best together, and I love those for the holiday season. It also helps to reduce on spills. I have one more here. Single Miss Santa Claus. Snowman, Miss Snowman, and Mr. Snowman, and the teen snow kid, and their happy little cabin in the woods with the trees. I can't reach the other ones. Then I have one that has sort of like a crack in the ceramic, which is the deep cup, right? When you just want to hold it with your hands around it, and it's like one of those cold days and you just want to sip slow and enjoy it. I have these other ones up there. Look at the Chinese based. There. It goes with the little things where you put the tea bag in there to pie. My Chinese friend gave me these. Beautiful. So when you're doing your tea, after the tea is done, you take it out and you put it in the little tea bag holder so it reduces the mess. So I have 2 of those. And I have stuff in my other property, my other leased sublet. And my tiny little glass for the alcohol without the hangover stuff, right? Don't get me wrong, I do like to have a regular glass of nice stuff now and again, right? You know, everything in moderation, as the Lord says. So that's that. That's my coffee thing. I do have more coffee cups I want to collect. Things. I want to get back into collecting spoons. When I was growing up, we did that too. So I'm going to go now and have my 25-cent muffin from yesterday, which crumbled, one of my muffins from one of those expensive stores. I guess in the ingredients it was too dry. They didn't have enough water or something to keep that muffin moist enough so that it didn't crumble like this. So I'm going to go eat that and drink my coffee. And so that's a secret that goes on in my coffee break house over here that makes my coffee valuable enough that I keep reheating it and drinking it until it's all gone and not waste anything that's in it, because when you add up all the flavors of everything I stick in it, it's actually quite an expensive cup of coffee. All right, so you might think it's a little but you just stir it up and you're good to go. Okay, so bye for now. I'll see y'all later. I don't know exactly what my plans are. I do have to do chapter 2 of my fitness theory course. And it's a beautiful day. Maybe I'll go swimming in the ocean. I don't know. Maybe I'll go to another store and do another virtual shopping episode so people can come along with me and see what the potentials are for helping others live more economically with my help in organizing ways to get people food at prices they can enjoy spending here in Canadian dollars and help the Canadian economy and the products we have at the same time, so there's less waste and less stuff going to landfills. Okay, so peace out. Bye for now. Have a good day. Enjoy your summer.